Welcome to qnawire.
Hi there. In this question, we are asked to balance this chemical equation, and balancing means that we need to add coefficients as necessary so that we end up with the same number of each type of atom on each side of the equation. Well, if we look right now, we have hydrogen and oxygen on the reactant side, so we must also have hydrogen and oxygen on the product side, since matter cannot be created or destroyed. On the left, we see that we have 2 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. On the right, we have 2 plus 1 equals 3 oxygen, and we have 2 hydrogen. So the hydrogen's balanced, but the oxygen is not. And if we look on the left side, we can only get oxygens in multiples of 2, because whatever coefficient we add, we have to multiply it by that subscript. So in other words, we can only get even numbers of oxygens on the left side. So on the right side, we need to do something with this 1, because as long as there's a 1 there, we can never get an even number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply that 1 by 2. In other words, I'm adding a coefficient of 2 in front of H2O. When I do that, that gives me 2 plus 2, or 4 oxygen on the right, and that 2 also applies to the hydrogen, so that gives us 4 of those. All right, so going back to the left side now, we would like to have 4 hydrogen and 4 oxygen. The way we can accomplish that is by putting a 2 in front of H2O2, because 2 times 2 gives us 4 hydrogen, and 2 times 2 gives us 4 oxygen. So now our equation is balanced. We have an equal number of each type of atom on each side of the equation. We did not need to write a coefficient in front of oxygen. However, a lot of your computer programs will require you to put the understood 1 in there. So you'll have to decide if your program requires you to put something in that box. If so, you would just want it to be a 1. If not, we typically don't write coefficients of 1. All right, so this is your balanced chemical equation. Thanks for asking your question, and I hope this was helpful.